Yes guys, and welcome back guys for a brand new video guys on my channel guys. And yes guys, in today's video guys, I'm going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Nottingham Forest guys, away from home. And you know what, it was a nice and comfortable 2-0 win for Manchester United. Crucial win for Manchester United, the race for top 4, and obviously top 4's not slightly over 2 yet. We're getting there though, we're getting there. It was a crucial win, it was a great win for Manchester United. It was a deserved win, we got the job done and it was massive 3 points. We needed it as for Newcastle and Tottenham dropping points as well. I thought it was a fantastic win for Manchester United, but forget the shit behind me. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's videos. We made 5 changes from last game against Everton. Talking about the start 11, so we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Dalot, Casemiro, Eriksen, Antony, Fernandes, Sancho and Martial. Getting to the other reaction now, Antony and Dalot give Man United win at Forest. Yes! Get in. It was a crucial win. What a great win. What a result. It was a well-deserved win. A win is a win. Job done. Massive 3 points. We needed to win after Newcastle and Tottenham dropping points. Got back to winning ways after Thursday night. We made it hard work for ourselves in times. It was a fast start by United. Sancho should have scored. United taking more control of the game. And we were getting in their box. We're lacking that final pass. No one was just not taking a shot. United have had the opportunities. Bruno putting the balls into some fantastic positions. Forest allowing Bruno too much space and time on the ball. Finally, Antony scores for 1-0. United are dominating the game. Forest have had their opportunities. United giving away possession too easily. United should have scored more goals, just not taking our chances. Big chance for Bruno, great ball by Eriksen. Bruno and Eriksen making the game look easy. It was a better start for Forest in the second half. It was a slow start for United. It was competitive end to end, giving the ball away in silly areas. United getting more on the front foot. Bruno had a big chance, Antony had a big chance. Sancho was through on goal, should have shot. Forest made some substitutions. Forest changed his formation. Forest had a bit more possession. Martial had a big chance. Passing through the midfield has been fantastic. Dalot scores for 2-0. United have been making the runs in from behind, getting in between the lines. United playing with width. United were fantastic attacking transitions. We were brilliant on the counter-attack. Just some small details we need to sort out. Should have scored more goals if it wasn't for Navas. United were a lot more comfortable. Game management and decision making was vital. And fantastic individual performances. Let's take it one game at a time. Let's keep up the momentum going. First half was good. Second half was brilliant. Overall fantastic performance. Win done, 3 points done, and clean sheet done. Overall, what did I make of the performance? I thought it was a brilliant win for Manchester United. It was a crucial win for Manchester United in these certain games. Teams around you have dropped points. It's time for us to sort of capitalise on those 2 teams. It's always crucial that we have to do that though as well. The title race for top 4 to get Champions League as well, you have to capitalise on teams that are going to drop points. And we had to do that in this game against Nottingham Forest. I think a lot of people, I don't know why though, I think it was obviously due to the fact that of United having so many injuries in this game as well. It also didn't help United's position due to the fact that, you know, Malacia obviously had a knee injury coming into this game, and then also Sabitzer had a knock to his groin in the warm-up, so we were already down to another 2 players. He could put a full 11 that was injured, so it was obviously, you know, one of those sort of games. It was going to be one of those sort of games where of how effective it could be with the ball in and out possession. So I thought with possession we were fantastic. I think out of possession we could have done better, but I thought overall in these certain games you have to get the win and you have to get the 3 points and you have to get the clean sheet. The must-win games as well. You can't afford to drop points in these certain games as well. So I thought United all round were brilliant, were fantastic all round in the game, and you know, Forest continue their woes. They're winless in 10 games now, Forest, but it was a crucial win for Manchester United. It was a great win, a great result for United though as well, and a well-deserved win. A win is a win. We got the job done. And we had to win after Newcastle and Tottenham dropping points. So you have to capitalise on these certain teams as well. But we also had to get back to winning ways after Thursday night against Sevilla. So, but yeah, I thought we made it hard work for ourselves in times in the first half. But at the end of the day, we got the job done. And that's the most important thing against Nottingham Forest. But anyway, guys, getting into the game now. I thought United started that half really quickly, and we did that yet again on Thursday night. So United again started the half really fast, quick, on the front foot. Again, Sancho should have scored for the straight away for United, again in the first sort of couple of minutes for Manchester United. But I thought United took great control of the game. And then obviously when we were sort of getting into their box as well, we were just sort of lacking that final pass, that final ball. And then it got a bit frustrating because as we were getting on the edge of their box, no one was taking a shot, and it was just, taking that extra pass instead of just have a shot on goal, get a shot on target, just these little simple things that we should have been doing as well. So, but I thought United had the opportunities. I thought Bruno was putting the balls into some fantastic positions for United. And, Forest were not only just allowing Bruno, but they were allowing Eriksen so much time and space on the ball, and they just ran the midfield, them two as well. And then we kept pushing, we kept going. I thought Forest obviously had their opportunities there as well. They looked only a threat on their set plays as well. They tried to appeal for a handball on Maguire. Don't even think it's a handball. So, it's no good turning to a handball decision to determine your season when it's not. I'm very good on their behalf. So at the end of the day, they were a threat on their set plays, which I would give it to them. But they didn't look like they were going to score. And this is the one thing that Forest are struggling at the minute. They're struggling to score goals, and then United, it was just a matter of time when United were going to score. But they obviously stayed in the game as long as they could, Forest, and then eventually we found the goal. Antony scores it for 1-0. I thought United were dominating the game. Forest had their opportunities. Their opportunities came on set plays, as well. So I thought they did not too bad though, Forest. I have to give it to them. But they gave it everything that they did in the first half, in the opening first 15 minutes of the first half. But they got tired as the game progressed though, as well. And then they just allowed Eriksen and Bruno too much time and space on the ball as well. And but United, I thought, were giving away possession too easily to Forest as well, to let them counter-attack us as well, which was annoying and frustrating of us though as well. I thought United should have had more goals, and we just needed to be a lot more clinical, and should have just needed to take our chances a lot more as well. But again though, Bruno had a big massive chance, and it was a great ball by Eriksen. And then again though, like I just said previously, Bruno and Eriksen just had too much time and space on the ball, and just ran that midfield, ran the show in the midfield. They were absolutely fantastic, both of them. And they were just making the game look easy as well. But then in the second half, I thought Forest again came out, played well in the opening 15 minutes. I thought they, it was a slow start for Manchester United. Obviously, United were 1-0 up, and it was the fact that United needed to kill off that game. It took us time to kill off that game eventually in the end, but I thought, they had a bit more possession. I thought it was a lot more competitive in the second half. We saw a bit of end-to-end action as well. But I thought, again though, United were giving the ball away in silly areas again though, just in the midfield, which was a bit annoying on United's behalf yet again. And we keep seeing these training videos of passing drills, but still can't, just giving the possession away in silly areas, obviously doing it against a team like Forest. You shouldn't be doing that though. You should be as dominant as you can be though as well. So, but then I thought, yet again though, in this second half, I thought we were brilliant, we were fantastic. Yet again, Bruno and Eriksen just ran the show in the midfield. But then, and then again, this is where we had the chances. Bruno had a big chance as well for 2-0. Antony had another big chance as well. And this was the fact that, we should have at least put these away about 4 or 5-0 in a game again like this. So it's not like we're struggling for creativity, because we're not. And then, Sancho again threw on goal, just not taking a shot, just took far too long on the ball. And then that was when Forest had to react. They made some substitutions, they changed formation, and then that was where they sort of gave it a little bit more again. Forest, they had a bit more possession, and then I thought it was just how down to United could do it with our possession as well. But obviously, Martial had a big chance as well. These are the chances that we had, and then the passing through the midfield had been fantastic for the whole 90 minutes of the game as well. And Dalot scores for 2-0, which was brilliant. And then United were just making this game look so easy though. United were just making the runs in from behind, getting in between the lines, playing with width, play with pace, play with intent about us as well. Picked up the pace and as well. We played with a lot of we're fluent in our play. But United were fantastic, in the attacking transitions, and we were brilliant on the counter attack as well. But I do think there's a few details that we need to sort out in this game now as well. And then the rest of it we should be fine. I think it's just the fact that we're not struggling for creativity. It's just we need to take these chances a little bit more as well and be clinical in front of goal, and we'll be all right. We'll be able to put teams away with more goals. And you've seen it in the last 2 games now where that goal difference should have been more than 4 goals at the minute. And the good thing is at least we've stopped conceding goals, and at least we're scoring goals ourselves. But it should have been more goals if it wasn't for Navas. And United were a lot more comfortable, and the decision making and the game management was brilliant. It was vital, and I thought there were some fantastic individual performances. But now it's all about, let's take it one game at a time. Let's keep up this good momentum, and let's take it one game at a time now. And overall, in these certain games where the must-wins, you have to get the win, you have to get the 3 points, and we got a clean sheet as well. Overall, it was a solid and strong performance by the players. It could be quite a significant weekend because the other results also mean we're now in the top 3, and games beginning to run out a little bit. I think there's only about 8 or 9 games to go. I think some teams have got games in hand as well, like Manchester United. We've got a game in hand on Brighton as well when we play them, and obviously we've got to play Chelsea yet as well. Look at that Chelsea fixture where Chelsea going to win a game before the end of the season. They're struggling at the minute as well. It's a significant weekend for Manchester United, but due to the fact that with Newcastle and Tottenham dropping points, you have to be ready for these certain games. But not only just that though, when you look at these sort of fixtures, the must-wins though, I know United are doing well with the teams below us at the minute, going away from home. United are struggling away from home in the top half. You look at that next fixture now against Tottenham and you're thinking, right, that is the game that we could also win as well. I think at the end of the day, I thought we were brilliant in this game. We needed to get the 3 points and get the win. Obviously nice to get the clean sheet. Saw Tottenham, Newcastle drop points on the Saturday, so it was time to United to capitalise. And you have to be ready as well, and you can't afford to drop points. We're ready and we took points. We're in the top 3 now. We need to stay in the top 3 as long as we can do. I think it's due to the fact that we've got to win all of our home games now and pick up as many points as we can now away from home. We need to keep that going, keep up the momentum going. Let's take it one game at a time. Let's not get too carried away after one great game. Let's keep it going. We're now going into a season defining week now. In these sort of positions though, when teams drop points, you have to be ready to pounce. That's what United did, and you have to capitalise on teams like that. We were brilliant, we were ready, and we took the 3 points, now above Newcastle. Let's keep it going. Antony showed yesterday what a threat he is because he scored and set one up as well. A lot of pundits have been critical of Antony over the last once he's arrived, due to the fact that obviously because of his goal contributions, scoring goals and getting assists as well. I thought this was one of Antony's best games to show it as well. I thought he had a brilliant game all around, got a goal and assist, and that's how it should be. Antony's showing his qualities now as well. That's what you want out of Antony. He's a brilliant right winger. We're finding that balance now as well, which is good, so we need to keep this going now. I thought Antony had a great game, great movement, was a real threat on the counter attack, in and out possession as well is fantastic. Shows great movement in the box as well, beats his man well. I thought he had a fantastic game in this one. Antony had a brilliant game all around. We need him to keep doing those performances from now to the end of the season because he's a real threat. He's dangerous as well, and they don't like it when Antony's there. And when you get these sort of players back, the likes of Rashford, Garnacho, they're a handful as well. So when those players start coming back, which they are now doing, can be a handful towards the end of the season. Is that top 4 now confirmed? I mean, it could be, but at the end of the day, it's still a long way to go. Anything could happen. There's going to be twists and turns. Teams are going to be dropping points left, right and centre. At the end of the day, you could say it's top 4 confirmed, but I think at the end of the day, there's still lots of games to play for, still 8 or 9 games to go. Yes, they're sort of running out a little bit. You have to be able to be parallel for these games, you have to be ready to pounce. Obviously, Ten Hag sets a winning mentality, so he always says we have to win every single game. We have to keep that going. We have to win every single game at home, pick up as many points as we can do away from home, so we have to keep that going now. We are going to get top 4. I know we're going to get top 4, but let's take it one game at a time. Let's not get too carried away after one great win, because we are going to get some tougher tests in the next couple of weeks. We've got Villa to come up with, we've got Brighton to play again as well. We've got Brighton again in the FA Cup. We have to take it one game at a time. Top 4 is there now, but we just have to take it one game at a time. Let's prepare well for every single game, and let's win every single game as much as we can do. Don't drop points in silly games now, and let's confirm top 4 now. Who is my man of the match? I thought there were some players that had a fantastic game in this game, to be honest with you. I thought De Gea had a good game. I thought Wan-Bissaka had a fantastic game. I thought Maguire had another brilliant game as well. I thought he was good, Maguire, in the end. Obviously, he was a bit shaky there as well. I thought Lindelof had a great game. I thought Dalot had a good game. I thought Casemiro was a bit quiet though. I thought Eriksen had a fantastic game. Antony was good as well. Fernandes had a fantastic game. I thought Sancho was good. Martial had a good game as well. I thought they were all good, but the one man I'm going to give this though, 2 of the guys in the midfield absolutely run the show in the midfield, so I'm going to give it Bruno Fernandes and Christian Eriksen. They were both fantastic in the game. How do we beat Tottenham? Now obviously this is our next fixture now. You know what? Coming against Tottenham now, I think this is another game where you say, right, this is, another. The thing is now, Tottenham are going into three defining games, and they're going to be Newcastle, Man United, and I think it's I can't remember who else they're playing, but they've got 3 massive games, and they're going to pretty much determine their season. So if they sort of get something out of these sort of games, it's going to depend on whether if they're going to get top 4 or not. Manchester United have got to go into this game and think, right, this is Tottenham. You know how to beat Tottenham. You know, you've beaten them once at home this season. Tottenham, it gets frustrating for Tottenham because they know that their bogey team's Manchester United, and they hate it when when they lose sort of games. And you've just seen that they've lost to Bournemouth on the last weekend as well. So I think this is another chance for 3 points. United have to be ready for a game like this against Tottenham. This is Tottenham. This is Spurs. You can beat this Tottenham side. So they're not very good. They're very inconsistent. They got rid of Conte and they've brought in Christian Stellini. The tactics are outdated. All the fans are not liking the football that's being played. I think the one team that's going to be favourite to win this is going to be Manchester United. So it's going to be all down to what we do in this game against Tottenham. But we look at this fixture and go, right, another opportunity to get 3 points here. Tottenham are doing shit at the minute as well, which they are, unfortunately. So I think Tottenham are going to be there for the taking. I think it's just down to how well they perform. I think Tottenham fans just don't know what to expect from what Tottenham team are going to turn up. So I think with Tottenham, it's just a matter of fact that, they're going into 3 defining games that are going to determine their season if they're going to get top 4 or not. I don't see them getting top 4, so I think it's all down to what Manchester United do in this game. So we have to be ready for a game like this. We're going to prepare well for a game like this. Whatever happens on Sunday against Brighton, we have to be ready for it. We can't get too carried away after Brighton if we do go through to the final, so we can't drop off the performances because we have to play at our best here against Tottenham. We're going to have to perform well for a full 90 minutes. We're going to have to turn up against Tottenham as well. So we won this game last year against Tottenham, so it's the matter of fact that we have to hurt them. We have to keep going. We have to stick to our game plan, stick to our standards, stick to our principles, follow the game plan. And 3 points are at stake here against Tottenham. So I think Tottenham are already out of the running for top 4. It's all down to the fact that what we do, and I think United have just got to be aggressive and take our chances when we can do, be clinical in front of goal when we can be, hurt Tottenham when we can as well, and we have to be able to just keep on that, mounting that pressure onto them. And I think they'll be found out, and I think United will find their weaknesses. They're a mess at the back as well, and the fans are not enjoying the football at the minute. So this is your time to go and say, right, Tottenham are not great at the minute. They've been a bit dodgy of late. This is your opportunity to go and beat this Tottenham side. So come on lads, this is it. You know, Manchester United and Tottenham, another big game. Yes, United have been rubbish away from home against the top half, but you know, this is Spurs. This is Tottenham. You can beat this Tottenham team, but Tottenham have got injuries. You know, they're inconsistent. I think they're lacking confidence. They're making far too many mistakes. They'll be there for the taking. You know, they can't play under pressure. They don't show character. They'll try to counter attack us. They'll play with energy, high intensity, high tempo. They'll get Sancho in the pockets of spaces. They'll try to be aggressive, try to be rampant, ruthless, get on the front foot, defend well. They'll be physical, make the runs in from behind. They'll give it everything that they've got. They'll get between the lines. They'll cause us problems. They'll like to come forward, take risks, be brave and play with width. But this is also the opportunity for United to do the double on Tottenham as well. But United have got to defend properly. We've got to defensively be organised, be tight and compact, defensively frustrate them. We need to be ruthless, relentless, aggressive, high intensity, high tempo, play with energy, create the chances, take your chances. We need to be clinical, get the crosses into the box, drag them out of position, be brave, take risks. Set pieces could come into play. We need to play with width, get in between the lines, got to close them down, don't let them get back in the game, don't leave any spaces open. They'll show incredible team spirit and character and fight. We have to do the basics right, game management and decision making will be vital. Got to get tight, don't let them get a shot off. Sustain your attacks, do the basics, win your 50-50s, win your second balls, win your duels, put them on the back foot, keep possession. Full backs have got to be effective, force them to make mistakes, put them under pressure, don't let their wingers cut back inside. Don't afford to make mistakes. Make the runs in from behind. Don't get pulled out of position. Be explosive and keep Kane quiet. Getting to the goals now. First goal, the Forest player was caught napping. Martial pass the ball to Fernandes. Fernandes puts a lovely through ball to Martial. Martial shoots and Antony scores on the rebound for 1-0. Second goal, Antony did well. Runs, slots it in brilliantly for Dalot, and Dalot shoots and scores for 2-0. Just gets the ball above Navas as well. Into the stats now. Possession for Forest, it was 11.8%, and for Man United, it was 68.2%. Goals for Forest, it was 0, and for Man United, it was 2. Total shots for Forest, it was 6, and for Man United, it was 22. Shots on target for Forest, it was 0, and for Man United, it was 8. Accuracy for Forest, it was 0.0%. For Man United, it was 36.4%. Shots inside the box for Forest, it was 4. For Man United, it was 16. Shots outside the box for Forest, it was 2. For Man United, it was 6. Total passes for Forest, it was 281 passes, and for Man United, it was 608 passes. The pass accuracy for Forest, it was 65.1%, and for Man United, it was 82.9%. Getting to the substitutions now, Martial went off a Weghorst. Talk about Antony's performance. Did well to regain the ball, make the run and shoot to force Keylor Navas into the save of Antony. Tapped in form, should have scored with his last touch. Eriksen went off a thread. Talk about Christian's performance. Parachuted into the starting 11 at less than 15 minutes notice, and he was United's best player in the first half. Continued to create in the second half. Next up, we've got Tottenham. Tottenham are 5th in the league. What to expect from Tottenham now? Tottenham are going to be coming into this game. Whatever happens against Newcastle away from home, they're going to be able to want to play well, want to turn up to this game, and they'll probably want to win this game. But we know what's already at stake here. 3 points are up for grabs here against Tottenham. Tottenham are not great this season. They've been absolutely rubbish this season. They've been inconsistent. They're battling with injuries at the minute. We're battling with injuries at the minute. United are going to be coming off the back of the semi-final against Brighton. So we can't be able to drop off our standards and our principles. We have to be able to play well for a full 90 minutes. We're going to have to turn up to a game like this against Tottenham. This is Spurs. This is Spurs. You can beat Spurs, and this is like the 3-point lane as well. You know you're going to beat this Spurs side. They're rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish, this Tottenham team. They're inconsistent. They're just so poor at the minute. They're going to be there for the taking. It's an opportunity not only just to do the double, but to get 3 points here on Tottenham. Tottenham are not going to get top 4. It's all down to what they do as well. Not playing great football at the minute. They're going to be there for the taking, Tottenham. It's the fact that United need to just be ready for a game like this. Be ready to pounce. Teams around us are probably likely going to drop points. But if they don't, we just got to be ready. We have to be able to prepare well for a game like this against Tottenham. I guess they've been alright this season. You don't know what sort of Tottenham team are going to turn up. You always struggle against a Man United side. Ten Hag, I know he's going to want the players to stick to the game plan. They're going to have to play well for a full 90 minutes. We can't afford to drop points here against Tottenham. Tottenham are going into 3 defining games that's going to determine their season, if they're going to get top 4 or not. And this is a game for Manchester United to win this game. I know United have not been doing well away from home against the teams in the top 10 as well. I think it's the matter of fact that let's dust ourselves off. We can win a game away from home this season in the top half of the table. It's going to come at some stage. It's going to come here against Tottenham. We have to be ready for a game like this against Tottenham. Tottenham, they're battling with injuries at the minute. They're going to be there for the taking. I don't think they'll have a great starting 11. It's going to be all down to how well they recover after the Tottenham game. So we need to recover well, focus on the Tottenham game. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. But I think it's all down to how well we can do in and out possession, how effective we can be with possession as well. United need to come out of the blocks, get on the front foot, play with energy, play with high intensity, high tempo, be aggressive, be ruthless, be rampant, take the game to them, take that high intensity, that high tempo, sustain your attacks as well. Be aggressive, be ruthless, sustain your attacks. When we get these chances, we need to be able to score in our chances, and we need to punish this Tottenham team. Make far too many mistakes, and when they make those mistakes, we need to capitalise and we need to punish them. That's what we did to Tottenham last time. We absolutely run riot. We were dominant last time. This is the opportunity to do the double on Tottenham, and this is another opportunity to collect 3 points. We're going to be there for the taking this Tottenham side. We have to be ready for this game. We have to play well for a full 90 minutes. We've got to turn up, but we also have to play with courage, intent and conviction as well. But Tottenham are scoring 1.8 goals per game. Tottenham is conceding 1.5 goals per game. Tottenham have the 14th best defence in the league. Tottenham have won 16, drawn 5 and they've lost 10. They've lost to Arsenal 3-1, Man United 2-0, Newcastle 2-1, Liverpool 2-1, Villa 2-0, Arsenal 2-0, Man City 4-2, Leicester 4-1, Wolves 1-0 and Bournemouth 3-2. Tottenham have lost 5 games at home this season. They've lost half of their games at home this season. Since taking charge, Christian Stellini has won 1, drew 1 and lost 1. He's obviously lost to Bournemouth 3-2, which was last weekend. The players to look out for is Lloris, Sanchez, Dyer, Romero, Porro, Tanganga, Longley, Skip, Højbjerg, Perisic, Kulevetsky, Sarr, Son, Richarlison, Kane, Anjuma and Mora. If you guys enjoyed another video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel for what I know, and I'll see you guys in the video in the next couple of days, and peace.